Good evening, students. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So in the last session, we learned or we solved regarding many multiple choice questions and CET questions, as well as some NEET questions on human reproduction. Today, we are here with the other concept, that is reproductive health and diseases. Okay, so reproductive health and diseases, again from this chapter, we will get around 3 marks. Before solving directly multiple choice questions, let us solve some, let us look into CET notes of the respective chapter. So here you can see the few points like C. India was the first country in the world which initiated the program of family planning in the year what? 1951. Very important. Then what it is called as now? Now it is not called as family planning. What is the other name for it? Now it is not considered as a family planning. Now it is considered, or it is called as reproductive and child health care program, RCH ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, right? Then population explosion and control. So the rapid increase in human population within a short period, when there is a rapid increase in human population, that is called explosion. It depends on fertility, how the couples will be fertile, natality, that is the number of newborns born, mortality, number of deaths, migration, so how many of people were migrated from this place to other place, age and sex structure. Age means the age, that is 2 years old, 3 years old, like this. Sex structure means a female or a male. Increased health facilities and better living conditions are the cause behind population explosion. Then there is a rapid decline in the death rate, maternity mortality rate, and infant mortality rate. These are also the major cause. Maternal mortality rate means now in the ancient times or in the older times, during delivery, the mother used to die usually due to certain critical conditions. But now, due to advancement in a medical science, both the baby as well as mother will be healthy and fit. All right. Then infant mortality rate, the number of children born will be healthy only. Growth rate of Indian population is around 1.7%. Remember it. Then here we have to deal with the definition of the contraceptives. What are contraceptives? These are preventive methods to become parents or to become pregnant. So these are of two types. One contraceptive is a temporary and a permanent. One contraceptive is permanent. I'm sorry. And the other one is a temporary. Characteristics. If an contraceptive should be ideal, what are the characteristics? It should be user-friendly, easily available, no or least side effects, and it should not interfere with the sexual drive or sexual energy. So these are the tabular column which is showing the contraceptive methods. Here you can see rhythm method, that is the no intercourse will happen. I mean, the couple will not have a sexual intercourse during fertility time of a woman. That is day 12 to day 20 of her menstruation cycle. Okay, there will be, they will not allow, they will not do the sexual intercourse. Next one is withdrawal. Withdrawal means penis will be withdrawn during the sexual intercourse when the sperm is about to be released. Okay, this is called ejaculation. Before ejaculation, the penis will be removed. Tubeectomy, fallopian tube will be cut. This is the surgical method. Vasectomy, surgical method in male. Remember here, vasa differentia are cut. not vasa efferentia. Vasa differentia will be cut. Intrauterine device. Here they will use contain copper and certain other metals which release the hormones. Oral contraceptive means the tablets which are rich in estrogen and progesterone. They prevent normal menstruation and primarily prevent ovulation. Male condom, female condom, diaphragm, soft rubber cup covers entrance of the uterus. Cervical cup, which covers the cervix. There are foams, creams, jellies, which will kill the spermicide, which acts as a spermicide. Spermicide means the substance which kill the sperm. So when they are applied to the vagina, so when the sperms enters into the vagina, these spermicides or these creams, foams, jellies, these will kill the sperms. Implant, capsule surgically implanted under skin, slowly release the hormone that is progesterone and estrogen, okay, to before ovulation. Injectable contraceptive, injection every 3 months of a hormone. Every 3 months, a female will get an injection that is slowly release the ovulation. It will not allow for the ovulation. Okay. So next one is amniocentesis, which is a test which is done during pregnancy to see the condition of the fetus. So the fetus will be surrounded by the amniotic fluid, a fluid called as amniotic fluid. So that fluid contains, here you can see, fetal skin cells and other substances such as alpha and fetoprotein. Alpha fetoprotein means the protein which is present in the fetus. By studying this, they will understand the condition of the fetus. These substances provide important information about baby's health before birth. These days, amniocentesis is being misused to detect the sex of the baby, which is actually banned. Normal fetus is being aborted if it is a female. This is regarding amniocentesis, right? So now let us solve some questions. And again, I will deal with some more important points. I hope the words are visible. Whether the words are visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the first question of today goes like this. In context of amniocentesis, which of the following statement is incorrect? Which is incorrect related to amniocentesis? It can be used for detection of Down syndrome. It can be used for detection of cleft palate. It is usually done when a woman is in between 14 to 16 weeks pregnant. It is used for prenatal sex determination. Yeah, tell me, what is a incorrect statement regarding amniocentesis? Read to the options and let me know. Is the message as option D. Okay. They asked which of the following is incorrect. Lubna answered it. Yes, what about others? Be fast. Please write your name, whether your name is full stop. It is showing like to be continued, dot, dot, dot. Please rename yourself. Then what about others? Neha, Kajal Kumari, Kirti answered. Varshini, Anita, what is your response on this? Let us check the answer here. Option B. See here. It can be used for detection of cleft palate. What is this? We learned it in theory class. Amniocentesis means what? It is used in a fetal sex determination. You can determine, or you can, what we can see, identify whether the baby is going to be male or a female through the amniocentesis, but it is banned. And disordered test based on chromosomal pattern in the amniotic fluid surrounding the developing embryo. It can be used to determine the sex of the infant, to identify some abnormalities of chromosome, that is Down syndrome, and to detect certain biochemicals and enzymatic abnormality. It is usually done when woman is 14 to 16 weeks pregnant. But cleft palate cannot be detected. What do you mean by cleft palate? Anyone tell me? Go to your textbook, go to your reference book, search what is cleft palate and let me know in the message box. Cleft palate, what is the condition is there? It can be detected only by the ultrasound. All these others are there, no? That is 14 to 16 weeks pregnant. It is a right statement. Detection of Down syndrome, that is a chromosomal abnormality. It is a right one. Next, prenatal sex determination, which is actually banned, but it can be done through amniocentesis. Okay, very good. Shubha answered it. Upper lip cleft. Upper lip cleft. See, some of the babies, when you see, the upper lip will be teared here. It is not normal as us. So, which is called as cleft palate, which can be determined only through ultrasound. Next question, which of the following cannot be detected? Again, the same kind of questions. Do observe the options, my dear boys and girls. Which of the following cannot be detected in a developing fetus by amniocentesis? A. Down syndrome. B. Jaundice. C. Klinefelter's syndrome. D. Sex of the fetus. See, here when you see NEET 2013, it is not only asked in the NEET 2013. In many CDET model question papers also these questions will be asked. That is why I selected these questions. Yes, Kajal answered it, Lubna answered it, Shubha answered it, good going. What about others? Be fast. Anita answered it. Yes, Pavitra, Supriya, Kirti, what is your response on this? Yes, YouTube students. Let us check the answer here. Option B, that is jaundice, is a right answer. Why? Because you can see. Yes, Anita, can you read the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Amniocentesis is a fetal sex determination test in which amniotic fluid containing fetal cells, which surrounds the developing embryo, is extracted and cells are tested for a chromosomal pattern to identify genetic disorders. If any, jaundice is not a chromosomal disorder, thus cannot be tested by amniocentesis.
Thank you so much. So here you can see genetic disorders, all the points or all the options, see to it, Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, sex of the fetus, these all related to the chromosomes, okay, directly or indirectly related to the chromosomes, which can be detected, by the amniocentesis. But the jaundice is a totally different disease which cannot be detected through amniocentesis. Okay, next question. The permissible use of technique amniocentesis is for. Why amniocentesis is permissible? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಇವನ್ ದೋ ಆಮ್ನಿಯೋಸೆಂಟೆಸಿಸ್ ಇಂದ ಈಗ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೀಟಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಆ ಒಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅವರು permission ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The first one is detecting sex of unborn fetus. Second one, artificial insemination. Third one, transfer of embryo into the uterus of a surrogate mother. Fourth one, detecting any genetic abnormality. Why it is permitted? Very good. I got two quick answers. Shubha and Lubna answered it, followed by Kajal Kumari. Fine, very good. What about others? Be fast. Yeah. How much time you need to just type a letter, type a alphabet, be interactive, participate in the session. Yeah, Kirti answered it. Yeah. Be fast. So option D, detecting any genetic abnormality, is the right one, most appropriate one. Here you can see. Yes, Lubna, can you read the slide?
Yes, ma'am. Abnormalities is withdrawal of a sample of the fluid, amniotic fluid surrounding a fetus in the uterus by pressing the amniotic sac through the abdominal wall under direct ultrasound guidance. Cell cultures enable chromosomes patterns to be studied so that
Prenatal diagnosis.
prenatal diagnosis of chromosomal abnormalities can be made. Certain metabolic errors and other abnormalities such as spinal bifida can also be diagnosed. Finality of from
Analysis of the cells or of the fluid.
Of the cells or of the fluid, as the techniques also helps in detection of sex of the unborn
fetus.
It has been banned in order to legally check increasing female feticide.
Thank you. So here your answer is detecting any genetic abnormality, amniocentesis is done. See how neatly they explained how amniocentesis is done. It is collecting of the amniotic fluid by piercing, by doing a small hole in the amniotic sac so that that fluid will be collected and it is tested. Next question. Fetal sex can be determined by examining cells from amniotic fluid by looking for. Just now someone read regarding it. Fetal sex can be determined. We know that through the amniocentesis, the sex of the fetus can be determined. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಯಾವ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗ ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಗುವಿನ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. A is chiasmata, B is kinetochore, C is bar bodies. These all are the parts of the chromosome. Recall first PU syllabus. D is autosome. It is a type of a chromosome. Shubha answered it. Good. Yeah. What about others? Okay. Lubna answered it. Anita answered it. Kajal answered it. Fine. So most of you voted for option C. Some of you voted for option B. So the right answer is here. Option C, bar bodies. Option C, bar bodies. Right? So here, what is this bar body? Bar body, which is a structure, consists of condensed X chromosome. Means the X chromosome will be condensed, highly coiled. That is found in non-dividing nuclei of a female mammals. Okay, which is only found in the female. Amniotic fluid, which contains fetal sex cells, when they are stained, when they are colored, that determine the sex chromatin. They determine or they show the chromosomes. Okay, when the chromatin, that is nothing but a thread like a network of a chromosome, right? That is chromatin will be having this bar bodies, no? These will be stained differently. So when there is a bar body, it is confirmed that the fetus is a female. The presence of bar body indicates that developing fetus is a female with 2 X chromosomes. ನೆನ್ಪಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Next question. Which of the following contraceptive methods involve a role of hormone? Which involve a role of hormone in it? A. Pills, emergency contraceptives, barrier method. B. Lactational amenorrhea, pills, emergency contraceptive. C. Barrier method, lactational amenorrhea, pills. D. Copper T, pills, emergency contraceptive. Which are hormonal contraceptive methods ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ which are inserted, when they are inserted in the female body, they will release the hormone to slow down the ovulation. Which are those? ಯಾವ 3 sets hormonal contraceptive methods ಆಗಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ? Yes, the quick response is given by Lubna. Fine. Anita answered it. Be fast. Kajal Kumari answered it. Just recall what is lactational amenorrhea. What is lactational amenorrhea? Just recall it. What is barrier method? Barrier method is a physical device had been inserted inside a male or a female which acts as a contraceptive. Okay. That is a barrier method. What do you mean by lactational amenorrhea? Once the woman delivers a baby, up to 6 months, when she is exclusively breastfeeding her baby. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಬ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ತಾಯಂದ್ರು, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೆಗ್ನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೇಷನಲ್ ಅಮಿನೇರಿಯಾ. ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಟಿವ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ನ ಮೂಲಕ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ದ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ. Actually, it is not option B. Option D should be a right answer here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪರ್ ಟಿ ಬದಲು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ದ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್. ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Lactational amenorrhea method is based on the fact that ovulation and therefore menstrual cycle do not occur during the period of intense lactation following parturition. As I said, once a mother delivers a baby, up to certain months, menstrual cycle will not happen, as well as due to intense breastfeeding, ovulation will not be happening. So it is a best time. I mean, what we can say is during that period, the fertilization chance will be very less. This is because breastfeeding disrupts the pattern of pulsatile release of gonadotropin hormone from hypothalamus, hence reduction of gonadotropin releasing the hormones. See how nicely they explained it. But usually we will neglect lactational amenorrhea. I said copper T, but copper T will not release the hormones. How they confused us. See, lactational amenorrhea the ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, due to extensive breastfeeding, the gonadotropin hormone, whatever has to be released, it is decreased. It disrupts. It is decreased. Okay, it disturbs the release of the gonadotropin hormone from the hypothalamus. ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಆಗದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಬೇರೆ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಲೋ ಆರ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವೇಟ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ಟು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಲ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗದೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಲ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಪಿಲ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟಿರಾನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈಸ್ಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿರ್ತವೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಲೆಟ್. ಸೊ ಅವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ, ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿತವೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಓವ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್? ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಗ್. ಒಂದ್ ವೇಳೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿತವೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಟಿವ್, ಇವು ಕೂಡ ಮಾತ್ರೆಗಳೇ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆವೆನೋರ್ಜೆಸ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಲೆವೆನೋಜೆಸ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹಿಯರ್, the emergency contraceptive. It is a type of progestin, means a progesterone, which helps to prevent pregnancy when taken few days after a sex, which is an emergency contraceptive. I hope you understood the concept. See how they will confuse us. Understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Most of you are not participating in the chat box. I don't know why. Whether it is due to a weather that is rainy season, you all got lazy, or you all became overconfident that I know all the answers ಅಂತ. ಒಂದು ಆಲ್ಫಾಬೆಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ಲ? ಕಾಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೇನು ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮೂವಿನ? ನೆಟ್ ಸಿರೀಸಾ? ವೆಬ್ ಸಿರೀಸಾ? ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು ಇದನ್ನ, ನನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. Select the hormone releasing intrauterine devices. Intrauterine devices, we know. What do you mean by intrauterine devices? Intra, within, uterine, uterus. So the devices which are inserted inside the uterus are called as intrauterine devices. There are certain intrauterine devices which will release hormone. Very, very important. Okay. I said I focused these statements during my theory class. ಸೊ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಯಾವ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಯುಟರೈನ್ ಡಿವೈಸಸ್ಗಳು ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರೆಗ್ನೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿತಾವೆ? ಎ ಲಿಪಸ್ ಲೂಪ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಲೋಡ್ 375, ಬಿ ವಾಲ್ಸ್ LNG20, ಸಿ ಮಲ್ಟಿಲೋಡ್ 375 ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟಾಸರ್ಟ್, ಡಿ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಸ್ಟಾಸರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ LNG20. ಎಸ್, ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ. Lubna answered it. Kajal Kumari answered it. Yes, what about others? Varshini R answered it. Only 3. What about others? Anita answered it. Okay. Kirti answered it. Pavitra answered it. Anita answered it. Okay. Let us check the answer here. The right answer is option D. Most of you answered it. Progestasert and LNG20. So lipus loop enide, it is a non-medicated. What do you mean by non-medicated? Non-medicated means it will not release the hormone. While multiload 375 is a copper releasing. It is not hormonal releasing. It is copper releasing IUD. Nenpal itkoli multiload ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾಪರ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ IUD. Vault is a barrier method. It is not related to the IUD itself. Then it is a hemispheric dome-like rubber or plastic cap with thick rim meant for fitting covering over the vaginal cervix. That is what we can say is barrier method. So the remaining is what here? Progestasert and LNG20. Progestasert, it will release progesterone in combination with what? Sometimes estrogen, LNG20. So these two acts as what? Hormonal releasing intrauterine devices. Multi-load copper releasing IUD. Okay, let us proceed to the next question. Which of the following? It is asked in NEET 2019 Odisha and also the model papers of CET as well as in your exemplar books. So which of the following is a correct statement regarding IUDs? IUDs once inserted need not to be replaced. IUDs are generally inserted by user herself. IUDs increase phagocytosis of sperms in the uterus. IUDs suppress gametogenesis. What is the correct statement regarding IUDs? Okay. Shubha, Lubna, Kirti, Varshini, Kajal, Kumari answered it. So there is a confusion between A, B, C. There is a confusion between A, B, C. So correct statement regarding IUDs, they asked. Intrauterine devices means once inserted need not to be replaced. Inserted by user herself is a totally wrong statement because it is inserted by a surgeon or a doctor. Increase phagocytosis, that is what we can say. Phagocytosis means in a common word, cell eating. This will make our uterine cells in such a way that uterine cells will engulf the sperms. Then IUDs suppress gametogenesis. What is gametogenesis? Gamete formation. So let us check the answer. The right one is option C. It does not increase phagocytosis. It is not involved in increase in phagocytosis. Only hormonal IUDs what are there. So and multi-load 350, whatever we studied regarding copper releasing IUD, so that will act or that will proceed with the phagocytosis of the sperm. Just a minute. IUDs increase phagocytosis of the sperm. 1 minute. Let us discuss. IUDs, I know. Okay. So IUDs is a correct statement on the Kelidare. That is why IUDs increase. The main function of IUD means what? It increases the phagocytosis. It makes the uterine cells to eat the sperms, and to kill the sperms by phagocytosis. And the other three are the wrong statement. First one is it need not to be replaced. It will be replaced. It is generally used by inserted by the doctors, not by the herself or himself. Then herself usually IUDs will be inserted in the female. IUD suppress gametogenesis. It will not affect on gametogenesis. So all these three are wrong statement related to the IUDs. Next question. The contraceptive Saheli. The contraceptive Saheli is released by the government, right? So it is a government contraceptive pill. What it does, what is the function of it? Just recall, blocks estrogen receptors in the uterus, preventing eggs from getting implanted, increases the concentration of estrogen and prevents ovulation in females. It is an IUD. It is a post-coital contraceptive, means after sexual intercourse, it acts as a contraceptive. So which is a right answer for this? Shubha, Kirti, Lubna, Kajal, Kumari answer to the questions. Okay. So let us check. Option A. It blocks estrogen receptors in the uterus, preventing eggs from getting implanted. Even though eggs are released, those are not implanted in the uterus, in the wall of the uterus. So that will be done by Saheli. Let us read. Saheli is a mini pill which contains non-steroidal. The main positive point is it does not contain steroids. Okay, it contains non-steroidal named as centrocoman, which is taken once a week. It has to be taken once in a week and an initial intake of twice in a week for 3 months. It should be taken. What it does, it blocks the estrogen receptors. It blocks the estrogen receptor cells in the uterus, hence alters the uterine lining. The lining of the uterus will be altered so that the egg will not come and fixed. The egg will not, the fertilized egg, even though the egg is fertilized by a sperm, the fertilized egg will not be implanted. It changes the uterine layer. Okay, so this is regarding Saheli. Next question. The function of copper ions in copper releasing IUD. What is the main function of these copper ions? Option A, they inhibit gametogenesis. Option B, they make uterus unsuitable for implantation. Option C, they inhibit ovulation. Option D, they suppress sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperms. Yes, YouTube students. Kirti answered it. Okay. Lubna answered it. Fine. Kajal Kumari answered it. So most of you voted for option D. They suppress sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperms. Anita answered it. Let us check the answer here. The right answer is option D. So copper releasing IUDs, which are those cut, that is copper T, LNG20, multi-load. So these are the IUDs which release copper. Okay, these are placed in the uterus. What they will do? They will release the copper ions and they suppress the motility, the movement of the sperms and the capacity of the sperm to fertilize the ovum. They change the quality of the sperms. Okay, option D is the right answer. Next question again. Which of the following is hormone releasing IUD? Which will release hormone? LNG20, multi-load 375, lipus loop, copper 7. Lubna answered it. Okay. Kajal answered it. Anita answered it. Kirti answered it. Fine. So here, LNG20 is the hormone. Option A is the right answer. Multi-load 375 and copper 7. These are copper releasing IUD And lipus loop, it will not release any hormone or any copper. It is a non-medicated IUD. Just a minute. So here copper releasing IUD is illi multi-load 375. I got a doubt that time only. Multi-load 375, not LNG20. LNG20 is hormone releasing IUD. For the previous question, they have given hint na. So this is not a copper IUD anta kottidare. Copper releasing IUD. LNG20 copper releasing IUD ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ರಿಲೀಸಿಂಗ್ IUD. ಇದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅವರು? ಮಲ್ಟಿಲೋಡ್ 375 ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. Which of the following, just a minute. Which of the following okay. Fine. So which of the following is incorrect regarding vasectomy? So we know that vasectomy is a surgical method in a male. So which is incorrect or a wrong regarding vasectomy? A is no sperm occurs in seminal fluid. No sperm occurs in epididymis. Vasa differentia is cut and tied. Irreversible sterility. Kajal Kumari answered it. Kirti answered it. Yes, Pavitra, Lubna. What is your response on it? Anita Shirigami, what is your response on it? Which of the following is incorrect regarding vasectomy? Lubna answered it. Let us check the answer. There is a confusion between B and C. Most of you have a confusion. So let us check the answer. The right answer is option B. No sperm occurs in epididymis. Vasa differentia has been cut here. Right? So when vasa differentia has been cut, sperms will be there in the epididymis, right? So no sperm occurs in the epididymis. Adenagate tappada statement agate. Let us read. Vasectomy is a surgical contraceptive which is used in a male. A small part of vasa difference will be removed, cut and tied. It prevents sperm transport. It prevents the transportation of the sperm. And there is no effect on libido and erectile functioning of the male reproductive system. Vasectomy has poor reversibility. Again, it cannot be, there is a chance they can untie it, they can do it normal. But usually it has a poor reversibility. It is irreversible. Once the operation is done, it is irreversible. Seminal vesicle are one pair of sac-like structure which join vasa differentia to form ejaculatory duct. They secrete seminal fluid which contains fructose, prostaglandin, creatine protein, but no sperms. When the seminal vesicle, when the vasectomy will be done, the seminal vesicle will secrete seminal fluid. The seminal fluid will be containing fructose, prostaglandins, creatine protein, but sperms will not be secreted. In a male who has undergone vasectomy, the ejaculatory duct will receive the seminal fluid, but due to cut in vasa differentia, sperms will not be transported from the epididymis. Hence, the semen will lack the sperms. This is regarding vasectomy. Next question. Which of the following approaches does not give the defined action of contraceptive? Kelagade approaches kottidare contraception na hormonal contraceptive, vasectomy, barrier method, intrauterine anta. So adra pakkadalli ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ವ್ಯಾಸೋಕ್ಟಮಿಯನ್ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಟಿವ್ What it does, it retard entry of the sperm, means it prevent entry of the sperm, prevent ovulation and fertilization. Vasectomy, it prevents spermatogenesis and prevent ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ante vasectomy. Then barrier methods, it prevent fertilization. Intrauterine devices increase phagocytosis of sperms, suppress sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperm. Out of A, B, C, D, which is not correctly defined or correctly given? Lubna answered to the question. Kirti, Kajal Kumari, Anita answered to the question. Okay, let us check the answer here. Most of you voted for option B. Exactly, option B is the right answer. Vasectomy, there is only cut and tie at the vasa difference, but there is no change in spermatogenesis. As you can read, it is a sterilization technique and a surgical technique in a male, which is a small part of vasa difference will be removed. Spermatogenesis is the series of cell division in the testis that results in production of sperms. Here, spermatogenesis will happen during vasectomy, but the transportation of the sperms will be prevented. Spermatogenesis prevent ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಒಂದು sperms transportation ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು prevent ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So option B is a right answer. Next question. Tubeectomy is a method of sterilization. Tubeectomy ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? Small part of fallopian tube is removed or tied up. Ovaries are removed surgically. A small part of vasa difference is removed or tied up. Uterus is removed surgically. Yes. What do you mean by tubeectomy? Very easy question. I got 2 quick responses from Lubna and Anita. Okay, good. Be fast. Very easy question. Yes. What about others? Pavitra, Kirti, Kajal Kumari, what is the answer regarding it? Kajal Kumari answered it. See here, tubeectomy is a method of sterilization. Tubeectomy, which rewind, just get rewind, fallopian tube, tubeectomy. So it is nothing but removal or not removal. It is a cutting and tying of the fallopian tube in the female. So option A is a right answer. Option A is a right answer here. C is small. Someone answered as option C. Vasa difference ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ female ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Tubeectomy is a vasa difference ಅಲ್ಲ. Vasa difference ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ? It becomes vasectomy. ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ. Next question. Again, the same question has been asked. Which of the following is a hormone releasing intrauterine device? ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು IUD ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ? ಮಲ್ಟಿಲೋಡ್ 375, LNG20, cervical cup and vault. Lubna answered it. Kirti answered it. Right answer again. Option B, LNG20 is a right answer. Multiload 375 is a copper releasing IUD. Cervical cup and vault are the barrier methods. Next question. One of the following is not used as a method of contraception. Which is not used as a method of contraception? Condoms, pills of combination of oxytocin and vasopressin. C, Lippers loop. D, tubeectomy, which is not used as a contraception, method of contraception. Kirti answered it. What about others? Try it. ಕರೆಕ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. See here, oxytocin is a birth hormone. ಆಕ್ಸಿಟೋಸನ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ? ಬರ್ತ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಬರ್ತ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್. ವ್ಯಾಸೋಪ್ರೋಸಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಆಂಟಿ ಡೈಯೂರೆಟಿಕ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ರೀನಲ್, ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಕಿಡ್ನಿಗಳ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇಂದ ವಾಟರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಸೋಪ್ರೆಸನ್ನಿಗಿದೆ. ಟು ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟರ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ನೀರನ್ನ ರೀಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್, ಮರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಅಬ್ಸಾರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ರೋಲ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಷನ್. ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇವುಗಳ ರೋಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಟೋಸಿನ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೆನ್ ದ ಬೇಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮದರ್, ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಟೋಸಿನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೊರತು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್, ಇಟ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ರೋಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸೆಪ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಿಗರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬಿಲೋ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್? ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಏನನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ದ ಫಿಗರ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ. ಓವೇರಿಯನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್, ಯುಟರೈನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್, ಟ್ಯೂಬಿಯಾಕ್ಟಮಿ, vasectomy. Be fast, very easy question. Observe the diagram correctly. What it is indicating? Here there is no need to label the parts. Just see the diagram and tell what it is showing. Anita, Kirti, Pavitra answered to the question. So almost all of you answered as option C. Very right, very accurate answer. It is showing tubeectomy. Which one of the following is most widely accepted method of contraception in India at present? Which is mostly used, which is most used or most famous method of contraception in India? Cervical cups, tubeectomy, diaphragms, IUDs. Yes. Lubna answered to the question. Kirti answered to the question. Good going. Yes, be fast, be fast. Anita answered to the question. So some of you answered it correctly. Option D is a right answer. IUDs is a right answer. So they asked us to refer 14th. So at present, most widely accepted method of contraception is IUDs. Why? Because these will be plastic or metal object which are inserted in the female body through the vagina by a doctor. These are available non-medicated also, copper releasing also, hormonal releasing also. Okay, so these are best what we can say contraceptives than compared to barrier methods. Next, copper ions released from copper releasing IUD devices. What they make? What is the role of those copper ions? Are copper ions kelsa enu? Make uterus unsuitable for implantation. ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಗರ್ಭಕೋಶವನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಅನ್ಸೂಟೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ. Increase phagocytosis of sperms. Sperms will be killed by the uterine cells itself by a method of phagocytosis. Suppress sperm motility. Sperm movement will be suppressed. Prevent ovulation. So what is the role of copper ions? The quick response is given by Anita, Lubna, Kirti. Yes. So option C anta heltidira, suppress sperm motility. Let us check the answer, right? So the main thing the copper T does is LNG20 yaak barta ide illi. These are placed in the uterus of females. Aven ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ? These will release and they suppress the motility, suppress the movement and fertilizing capacity of the sperms. Next question. Given below are 4 methods of IUDs. Illi nodi, 4 methods of contraception. Illi 4 method of contraception kottidare. And ee kade ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Achieving contraception. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವೇವೇನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So here you have to answer which is right. You have to match the following, match it and answer the question. The pill, condom, vasectomy, copper T. Prevents sperm reaching the cervix, prevents implantation, prevents ovulation. Semen contains no sperms. Yes, tell me. Okay, the quick response is given by Kajal Kumari. Okay, good. What about others? See, just now we learned regarding copper T. What is the copper T function? It prevents implantation. It makes, sorry. So it prevents the implantation. It makes the uterus unfit for the implantation, right? So D is 4. In this option, where D is 4, option B. So let us check. C is vasectomy. What is vasectomy? One ನಿಮಿಷ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆ. Copper T, vasectomy. Let us consider vasectomy here. Vasectomy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Semen contains no sperm. So C is 4 we know. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ C is 4 option ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. C is 4. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ A ನೋಡಿ, A is 3, prevents ovulation, the pill. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. B is 1, prevents sperms reaching the cervix. ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ರೈಟ್. ದೆನ್ ಡಿ ಕಾಪರ್ ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಅದು 2, ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್. ಯುಟರಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪ್ಲಾಂಟೇಶನ್ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಯುಟರಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, only 2 of them answered it. Option C is a right answer. Last question of today. What is the work of copper T? Again, to inhibit ovulation. Ovulation ಅನ್ನ inhibit ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ. To inhibit fertilization. Fertilization ಅನ್ನ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿಯತ್ತೆ. Inhibit implantation of blastocyst. Inhibit gametogenesis. Just now we discussed, 2 times we discussed same kind of question. Yes, tell me, what is your response on it? Yeah. What is the work of copper T? Lubna answered it. Kirti answered it. Let us check the answer here. Option B and C, both will come here. To inhibit what we can say fertilization, because it will indirectly inhibit the sperm motility, the sperm capacity of the fertilization, as well as it will prevent the implantation. So option B and C is the answer for this. Okay, so we discussed several multiple choice questions on reproductive health and diseases today. In the upcoming session we will discuss more. Please come prepared on the same topic in the upcoming session. Okay, any doubts? Okay, fine then. Let me end up the session here. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.